Hello, hello. It's Jean at Kept in Stitches. Welcome, welcome. It is Sunday and time for our weekend review. So here we are at the Stitching Cottage, where it is home to the Quilting Stitching Bee. And I am going to share with you now what has happened at Kept in Stitches and my Facebook group the last week. So let's get with it. First of all, last week I showed you that Monica from Mona Did What helped me complete, remember, the challenge on the zipper bag. And I decided after making that, I like this size for, quick trips when you don't need to take your big bag and everything, just, the few essentials that you need with you. But I needed something to keep my driver's license, credit cards, that type of thing, a little cash, in instead of just in this. And I love the little Wonder Wallets from years ago. It's an old pattern. So I decided that I needed to make myself a Wonder Wallet, which if you are wondering what a Wonder Wallet is, it's just this little wallet. And I have little cards in here just to show that you have a pocket for your identification. There's a pocket for some credit cards. Then there is a pocket for some change if you need that, and one for cash. So just one little wallet, nice little closure, just a button on there for design, but easy to just drop in your pocket or a little zipper bag such as this, and you have everything you need ready to go. But of course, when I do something like that, I like to cut out several at a time. So I cut out enough to do 8 of them at a time out of the fabric that I had. So we have these stacked differently with different ones to make. I made 3 more of them while I was doing that. So just an example of mixing up the fabrics, how you can get different ones with different interior in them. Pockets all different and everything. Of course, this is on the red-black theme, but cute and little things. And they're great to have around to give as a quick little gift, or something, or just to a friend, just to hand out and have handy. So those are one of the things that got done in the Stitching Cottage this past week. Try and get the words out right here. And then one of the other things that I did for myself is I love this lap app. And people have asked, what is a lap app? Well, if you're not someone that does a lot of handwork like embroidery or applique, that type of thing, you probably wouldn't be familiar with a lap app. But those of us that do a lot of handwork, this is great while you're sitting in a chair, of course, if you turn this way, and sit in your lap, because it brings your arms up to a comfortable level to where it's taking the strain off your neck and your shoulders and your arms, because you have a raised platform to put your work on and rest instead. And it's handy, which it's made by Lap App, by the way. If you're looking for one, I'll put a link. I got mine off Amazon, but you can go directly to their site also. But I wanted a different cover for it, so I made a new cover for mine, because everything in my cottage has to go along with my theme and match. So it now matches the cottage. Little pocket with the tools most needed. This is just a little little light to help see, but it also has a magnet down here that holds your scissors, and it's a really good magnet. These are for holding your thread or whatever. I keep my thimble always on one, stays there. I always know where it is. And then I added a magnet off here because I use thread conditioner, and I put a magnet on the bottom of that, so then it just stays there and everything is all in one place, always ready to go. And I also added a wool mat on the bottom of mine, so if I need to, I can just turn it over and press when it's someplace that I'm taking it to go. So there you have it, the Lap App and a brand new cover. So we'll set that over there out of the way. And then one of the other things that I know those of you that are in my Facebook group have been waiting for, and by the way, my Facebook group is Friends of Kept in Stitches Quilting Stitching Bee, and you can always find the link for that in the description box below. It is also on the banner. If you go to my YouTube channel, you can just click on the little link on there and it'll take you right to it. Answer a couple questions and join, and you get to enjoy all the fun that we have in the Facebook group, which is where I share some extra things, patterns, sew-alongs, just little things like that. But I design each month, just started, and this is the second month, a mini quilt of the month. And it is always different in size. It's just, you know, something mini that goes along with the theme of whatever month that we are in. And it can be used just to hang on a wall, sit on your table, that type of thing. And I know that in our group, there are a lot of various stitchers, not just quilters, but embroidery, cross stitch, crocheting, all kinds of stitching. Whatever stitching it is that you love to do, I'm sure you would love to join us, because we go through the gamut of stitches. But anyway, this is the reveal for what I designed for this month's April mini quilt of the month. And it measures out at 16 by 16 finished. So we'll bring that a little closer, and you can see that the center block is an embroidered block that I put some flowers in a little cup that says Friends, has a heart on the front of it, and it is all done in embroidery, and then it also is highlighted with some watercolor penciling and treated then so that that's fabric safe and can be washed if need be. But that is it, just a little star that forms around it with kind of the colors of spring in it, waiting for summer to arrive. So that is the April mini quilt of the month, and I am still doing the final touches on the instructions for that. So it should be uploaded sometime tomorrow in the files section for all of you that are interested in it, and you'll be able to download it and get started on your little April mini quilt of the month. One of the other things is we're going to be starting the sew along for Tabletop Turnabouts by Jan Paddock. And I showed that I will be starting with the garden house. We'll show that once again real quick, starting with this one. Got a little crooked in there. There we go. But that's the one we'll be starting with. And the other day during my live, I traced all of the applique templates that are going to be needed for it on the freezer paper. And I keep them in a little envelope so none of them get lost until I'm ready to use them. But they are all traced. Whoa, as one just flutters down to the floor. We'll have to pick that up quick. But they're all pre-cut out now on the freezer paper and ready to be placed on the fabrics and cut out, ready to applique. So I will be starting to share information on that very quickly in the Facebook group as well. And there will also be some videos with demonstrations and that type of thing as we go along to help show along the way, helping with instructions and everything on how to do that. Also, let me see, what else do we have? And of course I have my batting and my binding, which I chose the pink, all ready to go along with that quilt, which I'm going to be, I forgot to tell you, I am going to be hand quilting mine, by the way, and I'm going to do it in a diagonal grid pattern all the way across the quilt. And of course, skipping, it'll have the grid, but skipping over, not going through the embroidery work on the middle. So that is that. And there is a thing that I know many of you have shown an interest in, and I mentioned in the comments when everyone was showing an interest in this project that I would be doing something to be able to help those that want to make these, do some demonstrations and that type of thing. And that is, which we'll watch, I've got my yarn inside here, but it's making a pillowcase and making the crocheted edging that goes along the bottom of that to make it more decorative. So I sat here and started on that so that I will be able to show you all how to do that. Right now I've got my yarn. It's not done. It's still have, see, that side's not totally completed yet, but I'll be going step by step through that with you all through tutorial videos and such, and maybe some live time in the stitching room in the Facebook group to help those of you that want to make these, which you just start with a pillowcase and add the edging. And I do have a pattern that I will also show and give some instructions on making a pillowcase with a flap inside so that your pillow does not show on that side that opens. It covers that so it all looks neat and nice. But I keep watching the floor here because I have 2 pieces of my applique freezer templates on the floor. I don't want to lose them. So we'll get those. But and what I used for my edging, because I want to make sure that it's washable, because of course we don't want to have a pillowcase that we can't wash because we put a yarn on the edging that isn't washable. So I use the I Love This cotton, and then it's a good weight. You don't have to double your yarn using this one. If you use a thinner one, then you have to double it, but it worked out very well. I'm pleased with that. So that's what you need for that project. And I think that covers all of the projects that got done during this past week. Like I said, still writing up those instructions. Those will be dropped sometime soon, but got a few things in the mail this week myself, which I've shown before. I subscribed to Granny's Legacy dish towel of the month. That is an embroidery work. You get the dish towel and the instructions. There was a thread kit in the beginning that's optional that you can get. I did get that. It has all the thread that you need for the whole entire time. But this month's, let's see what it is. It's a beautiful gray. Ooh, I like that. But you get the dishcloth. Of course, we show the label side there. But you get the nice dishcloth with it always. And then the instructions for what is going on at that month. And this one has a beautiful tulip trim on the bottom. And it looks like they have also this time, which I didn't know they were going to, use some watercoloring to fill in and then do the embroidery over the top of that. So that is going to be fun to get that accomplished also. Which of course, I have 2 others and haven't started them yet. So I'm a little behind on that project, but I'll try and get caught up. One of the other things that came, whoa, this is going to be noisy. Sorry. If I don't haven't been using the clips much, but I did find out that there are instances where they come in handy. So I ordered one of the little tins from Amazon that has a bunch of the little clippies in them, and they came, so that'll be going on the sewing desk and handy to start using. And one of the other things I got, I don't believe I got it last week, I can't remember, but I got Organic Applique by Kathy Doty of Material Obsession. And that is just, it's beautiful techniques for different styles of applique. Just to give you a quick look there and the back. And I just love applique, so I loved it. I loved the colors of the one on the front, of course, because that's my colors. And that is a new book that I got this week. So I think we have covered everything. Just a reminder, if you haven't subscribed, be sure and click that subscribe button, the bell, so you get the notifications. And again, if you are interested in my Facebook group, Friends of Kept in Stitches, Quilting Stitching Bee, you can get that link also in the description box below. So thank you, everybody. Enjoy your Easter. Thank you for watching. I hope that you find something fun to stitch where you're at. And always, as usual, remember, I can keep you in stitches. Bye-bye.